equals to 48. So you can just divide both sides by 8. If you divide this side by 8, divide this side by 8. This 8 cancels this 8. So y equals to 48 divided by 8 is 6. Or 2 here, 4. 2 here, 24. Again 2 here, 2. 2 here, 12. 2 here, 1. 2 here, 6. You get 6. Very easy. Question number 4. What is the value of P in the equation? Question 4. What is the value of P in the equation? 2P plus 5 divided by 3 minus 3 equals to 6. Remember how this algebra, they are coming in different forms. So when you look at this, 2P plus 5 over 3. 2P plus 5 divided by 3. This is one number. This is also another number. This is also another number. So in such a situation, because this is not division nor multiplication, it is subtraction, you collect the like terms. As you collect the like terms, this minus 3 will cross onto the other side, because whatever is on this side is one number. So first of all, do away with this minus 3 to join 6. If it joins 6, this side will remain 2P plus 5 or divide by 3 equals to, when minus 3 crosses the other side becomes plus, it becomes plus 3, 6 plus 3. Therefore, 2P plus 5 divided by 3 equals to 9. Then after that, 9 divided by 1, change it into fraction, then multiply both sides by the LCM of 3 and 1. Get the LCM of 3 and 1 is 3. LCM of 3 and 1 is 3. So multiply both sides by the LCM. So this side multiply by the LCM. So 2P plus 5 divided by 3 equals to 9 divided by 1. Multiply this side by 3 and this side by 3. This bracket means multiplication. So it can be 9 bracket 3 or 9 times 3. So this 3 cancels this 3. Then 2P plus 5 equals to 9 times 3 is 27. Then collect the like terms further. When you collect the like terms, we have 2P plus 5 crosses the other side becomes minus 5. Therefore, it is 27 minus 5. So 2P equals to 27 minus 5 is 22. Then to get the value of P, divide both sides by 2, divide by 2. Therefore, P equals to 11. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Or at this stage, we said 2P equals to 22. 2 over 1, 22 over 1. Change into fraction. Then multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 2 over 1, which is 1 over 2. This side also 1 over 2. So 2 cancels 2. P equals to 22 over 2. P equals to 11. Perfect. Question number 5. I'll try to be a little bit faster now that we have the concept. So 2 over 3 into 2n plus 3 plus 2 equals to 12. So class, look at how we are coming with algebra from the simplest to a little bit complicated, although not complicated, just a little bit numbery. I don't want to say wordy. So first of all, when you look at this is one number. When you look at this is a number, and this is another number. So this is one number. We don't want to open this bracket first. I don't want you to bring board mass here. We are dealing with algebra and finding the values. But where necessary, board mass can be applied. But I don't want us to open here. We will still get that answer, but it will be a longer route to reach to Canaan. So the easier route, we can use other means. Okay. Now, this plus 2 and this 12 are like terms. So, rewrite this first number, 2 over 3 into 2n plus 3, close the bracket, equals to 12. When plus 2 crosses the other side, becomes minus 2. Therefore, 2n into 2 over 3 into 2n plus 3 equals to 12 minus 2 is 10. Then, do not open the bracket. You will spend a lot of time in solving this. So just decide to multiply both sides, because we have this as a bracket as one number. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 2 over 3. The reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. So multiply this side by the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. This side also by 3 over 2. Therefore, 3 cancels 3, 2 cancels 2. So remain with 2n plus 3 equals to 2 goes here once, 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times 3, 15. Then from here, further collect the like terms. So 2n equals to 15 plus 3 crossing the other side becomes minus 3. So 2n equals to 15 minus 3 is 12. Divide both sides by 2 by 2. N equals to 2 here once, 2 here 6. Or at this point, 2n equals to 12. Further, 2 over 1, 12 over 1. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 2 over 1, which is 1 over 2. This side also 1 over 2. 2 cancels 2. N equals to 12. Divide by 2 is 6. So I think we are clear. That's question 6. This is question 6. We did question 5. That's question 6. So let's do this is question 6, class. I've just jumped question 5. So let me do question 5. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. So let me do question 5. What is the value of y in y minus 5 divided by 3 equals to y minus 10 divided by 2? This is very easy. This is question 5. Just get the LCM of 2 and 3. Get LCM of 2 and 3. I said 2 here, 2. You bring 3 down. 3 here, 1, 1. So the LCM is 2 times 3, which is 6. So multiply the next step, y minus 5 divided by 2. Multiply both sides by the LCM, which is 6, equals to y minus 10 divided by 2. Multiply both sides by 6. This is 3, sorry. This is 3. Are we together, class? Get the LCM of 3 and 2. Then multiply both the sides by that LCM, which is 6 and 6. Then you retain how the challenge is. So 3 goes here once, 3 can cancel 6 2 times. Therefore, you'll remain with 2 into y minus 5 equals to 3 goes here, 2 goes here once, 2 goes here 3 times. 3 into y minus 10. Then open up the brackets. When you open the brackets, whatever is outside the bracket will multiply individual values inside the bracket. So 2 times y is 2y. 2 times minus 10, 2 times minus 5 is minus 10 equals to 3 times y is 3y. 3 times minus 10 is minus 30. Then collect the like terms. So it's easier to remove 2y to join 3. So this side will remain with minus 10 with its sign equals to 3y. When 2 crosses the other side becomes minus 2y. When 2y crosses the other side becomes minus 2y. Then we have minus 30. Minus 30 crosses this side becomes plus 30. There's a plus here, so I don't need to write it. So simply collect the like terms. Minus 30 crosses the other side becomes 30. Then 2 crosses the other side becomes minus 2. Therefore, this is 30 minus 10 is 20 equals to 2y minus 3y minus 2y is y. So y equals to 20. I hope we are together. We've done question 6. Now we are going to question 7. That was question 5. So we are going to question 7. So from here, let's pay attention. Now we are going to this now. What does it say? Kyoko walks around the following field twice a day. Oh, sorry, that's question 8. Let's go to question 7. Question 7. Question 7. Albert is 14 years old. His father is 3 times his age. What will be their total age in 10 years' time? So just don't worry, write here Albert. Then write here Albert's father, or just write father. So Albert is 14 years. The father is 3 times older than Albert, which means it is 3 times the age of Albert, which is 14. So this is 42. So Albert is 14 years and the father is 42 years. What will be their total age in 10 years' time? So in 10 years' time, if Albert is 14 years, in 10 years' time, Albert will be 14 plus 10. Also, the father is 42 years now. In 10 years' time, the father will also increase by 10 years. Therefore, in 10 years, Albert will be 24 years, and the father will be 42 plus 10, 52 years. So they want the total age of Albert, which is 24, plus the father, which is 52. So both of them will have 76 years. Total age will be 76 years. Be careful, class. The question is asking what will be their total age in 10 years. So don't add 14 plus 42, then add 10 to them. Remember, each one is gaining. As the father is gaining, as Albert is gaining 10 years, the father is also gaining 10 years. So add 10 years to individuals. Question number 8. We have this. This is 4K plus 4 meters. This is 6K minus 4 meters. And this is 5K. So Kyoko walks around the following field. This is a field in a triangular shape. So Kyoko walks around the following field twice a day. So the keyword here is twice a day. How much distance does he cover? How much distance does he cover? First of all, when you are given such a challenge, just smile because it's an easy one. So you are given a triangle. And you've been told this triangle is a type of a triangle called an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle is a triangle. Those are angle properties. Remember, now we are mixing algebra and angle properties. So this is a triangle. This triangle is called an equilateral. Equilateral means all sides are equal and all angles are equal. Class, first of all, identify the type of a triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. All sides are equal. Therefore, if all these sides are equal, we want to get our value of K to know the distance that Kyoko walked around this triangle. So if we are to get this, you can equate either of the sides to be equal. So you can take 5K, this side equals this side, which is equals to 4K plus 4. then just collect the like terms. 5k, 4k will cross the equal sign, becomes minus 4k equals to 4. 5k minus 4k is k equals to 4. Therefore, if k is equal to 4, let's see. Let's try and take this and this. We see if it gives us the same value of k. So if we take 4k from here, if we take 4k plus 4 equals to 6k minus 4. Collect the like terms, 6k and 4k. So this 4 remains here, minus 4 becomes plus 4 when it crosses the other side, equals to this 6k, then this plus 4k becomes minus 4k. So 4 plus 4 is 8, equals to 6k minus 4k is equal to 2k. Then divide by 2 to get the value of k. So k equals to 4. So you see this has given us k is equal to 4, this gives us k is equal to 4. After that, substitute. Where there is k, you substitute 4 because k is equal to 4 to get the distance. So if it is 5k this side, you just substitute 5 times 4 equals to 20. So this distance is 20. Let's see this distance. Substitute 4 here. 4 times k is 4 plus 4. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 4 is equal to 20. So this side is also 20. What about this side? 6 times 4 is 24 minus 4 equals to 20. So this distance is 20, this distance is 20, and this distance is 20. Therefore, the distance that Kyoko covered once, distance covered equals to 20 plus 20 plus 20, which is equal to 60 in what? Meters. But remember, he went there twice. So what is the total distance covered if he went twice? So it is 60 times 2, which is equal to 120 meters. Be very careful because in your choices answers, you will be given 60 as one of the solutions. So if you choose 60, everything you've done here becomes wrong. Because the question wants you, it says that Kyoko walks around the following field twice a day. Remember, he walks twice. So if he walks once, he covers 60 meters. If he walks twice, you multiply by 60. By 2. Or you add 60 to give you 120 meters. Question number 9. Very fast. So class, I want you to share our live Facebook coverage so that it can reach as many people as possible to get an opportunity to revise with us. So question number 8, question number 9. 8, 9. Question number 9. Find the distance around the figure below. This is the figure. So this side is 3x plus 7 centimeters. This side is 3x minus 3 centimeters. This side is 2x plus 15 centimeters. First of all, identify which type of a figure is this. This figure is called a rectangle. So you are told to find the distance, which is the same as the perimeter. Perimeter is the distance round a figure, or the distance round a figure. So the question can say find the perimeter of this, or find the distance round is the same. Therefore, identify this and you will notice that it is a rectangle. A rectangle, all the angles are at 90 degrees. And it is perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. Or in advanced level, you use the word orthogonal. Perpendicular. Orthogonality. Perpendicular. I don't want to confuse you, but you'll still meet it. So you better get used to it. I want that brain to be very tough and mature. So you can use the word perpendicular or orthogonal. So this is 90 degrees, but that is not important in this. What are we trying to say? That in a rectangle, the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Opposite sides. So which side is opposite? This side is opposite to this side. Therefore, this side and this side are equal. And again, this side is opposite to this side. They are also equal. So if they are equal and we've been given this length as 3x plus 7, it is equal to this length, which is 2x plus 15. Then collect like terms to get the value of x. Then you substitute the value of x back here to get the real measurements, the real distance that was being covered. So 3x, this is 2. Crossing the other side becomes minus 2x equals to 15 plus 7, crossing the other side becomes minus 7. Therefore, 3x minus 2x is x equals to 15 minus 7 is 8. So where there is x in this figure, you substitute by 8. Do you substitute with or by? Now hiyo pia kizungu. You substitute with, substitute with. So here 3x plus 7, where there is x, replace 8. So 3x plus 7, 3 times 8 plus 7. This becomes 24 plus 7, which is 31. Therefore, this side is 31. What about this side? 3x is 8, multiply by 8, then subtract 3. 3 times 4 is 3 times 8 is 24, minus 3 equals to 21. So this side is 21. What about this side? 2 times x. 2 times x, x is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 15 equals to 31. So you see, this side is 31, this side is 31. So if this side is 21, this side is also 21. Therefore, what is the distance round? Distance round or distance covered will be 31 plus 21 plus 31 plus 21. So 31 plus 21, this is 52. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. This and this, then plus 31. 2 plus 1 is 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. Then plus 21. 3 plus 1 is 4. Then 8 plus 2 is 10. So find the distance round the figure is 104. The distance is 104. But what are the measurements? In centimeters. Or you could say that the distance round a perimeter, the perimeter of a rectangle is given by 2 into length plus width. So it is 2 into length is 31 plus width is 21. Therefore, it is 2 into 31 plus 21 is 52. Therefore, 2 times 52 is 104 centimeters. Okay? Are we together? Question 10. Calculate the area of the figure below. You are given this figure. This side is x plus 4 into centimeters. This side is x plus 11 centimeters. And this side is 3x minus 3 centimeters. So, identify the figure, which is still a rectangle, and we said in a rectangle the opposite sides are equal. Therefore, just equate this and this. So x plus 11 equals to 3x minus 3. Then collect the like terms. X will cross the other side, so this is 11 minus 3 crosses the other side, becomes plus 3 equals to 3x minus x. Therefore, 11 plus 3 is 14 equals to 3x minus x is 2x. Divide by 2, divide by 2, both sides. So x equals to 7. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So where there is x, you put 7. So if this is x plus 11, 7 plus 11 becomes 7 plus 11 becomes 18. This becomes 7 plus 4 equals to 11. This becomes 3 times x. X is 7. So 3 times 7 is 21. 21 minus 3 is 18. So this side, if this side is 11, this side becomes 11, because in a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. Therefore, the question wants the area. Calculate the area of the figure below. So area of a rectangle is given by length times width. Our length is 18 times our width is 11. So nataka tucheze hapa kidogo na multiplication. 18 times 11. When you're multiplying any number by 11, look at what I want to do, class. Any number by 11. So we have 18 times 11. 18 times 11. If you multiply any number by 11, just add the two numbers. 8 plus 1 is 9. Then write 9 here. So it becomes 198. Are we together, class? If you're multiplying any number by 11, okay, our answer, the area is 198 centimeters, but in squared, centimeters squared, because it is the area. Because we are multiplying 18 centimeters times 11 centimeters. So centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. But when you're multiplying any number by 11, we finished this. So let me jog your mind a little bit. Let's say we want to multiply, we finished that. So I just want to jog your mind for 1 minute, then we go to the next question, question 11. So let's say we want to multiply 17 by 11. So I told you, if you're multiplying any number by 11, two-digit number, just add the two numbers. Then what you get, right in between them. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Therefore, this is 187. If you're multiplying 46 times 11, add the two numbers, is 10. So retain, 6 remains. Then 6 plus 4 is 10. Write 0. Then carry 1. Okay? Then add that 1 to 4, which is 5. Is it? Yeah, 5 or 6. Let's see. 46 times 11, 6, 4, 6, 4. 6, 0, 5. Good. So you can play around with it as many times as possible. 38 times 11, add the two numbers. First of all, retain the last number 8, then add the two numbers. 8 plus 3 is 11, 1 carry 1, then 1 plus 3 is 4. So it's so easy to play around with this. So let's go to question 11. Question number 11. Work out the area of the following shape. So this is the shape. When they do this, it means that all the sides are equal. Therefore, this shape is a square. So this is a half k plus 10 centimeters. Then this is k minus 5 centimeters. So they want the area. The area of a square is given by side times side. Okay? Area equals to side times side. But what do we know about the sides of a square? All sides are equal. Therefore, this side equals to this side. To get the value of k, you get half k plus 10 equals to k minus 5. Then collect the like terms. Minus 5 crosses the other side, becomes plus 5. Therefore, it is 10 plus 5 equals to k minus a half k. So this is 15. 5 plus 10 is 15 equals to, get the LCM of this, which is 2. Then 1 into 2 twice. 2 times k is 2k minus 2 into 2 once. 1 times k, k. So 2k minus k is k over 2, which is a half k, which is a half k. Then change this into fraction, then multiply both sides by the LCM of 2 and 1. So you multiply this side by 15 times 2 equals to a half k times 2. Both sides you multiply by 2. So this cancels this. So k equals to 30. So if k is 30, we replace where there is k, we replace 30. Or we substitute with 30. So if k, this is k minus 5, therefore it is 30 minus 5, you get 25. This side is a half k, which is 30, plus 10. 2 here once, 2 here 15. 15 plus 10 is 25. So also this side is 25. Therefore, area of a square equals to 25 times 25, which is 625. But the units are in centimeters squared. 25 times 25 is 625. The units is in centimeters squared. We go to question number 12. We are almost through class. But these are very, very important as we are proceeding. Very important, so you need to concentrate. The perimeter of this rectangle is 380 meters. Find its area in R's. Class, be very attentive. The perimeter of this rectangle. First of all, draw the rectangle. That's the rectangle. You are told that this side is 7x plus 15 meters, and this side is 5x minus 5 meters. Then you are told perimeter equals to 380 meters. Find its area in R's. Find the area in R's. Before you find the area, you must find the length of and the width of the rectangle. But what do you know about the rectangle? What is the perimeter of a rectangle? Perimeter is the distance all around the rectangle. So perimeter perimeter of a rectangle is given by 2 into length plus width equals to 380 meters. So 2 into, but why am I saying 2? Because if this side is 7x plus 15, this side is also 7x plus 15. This side is 5x minus 5, this side becomes 5x minus 5 because the opposite sides are equal. Therefore, you will say length plus width, which is 2 into length plus width when you simplify, equals to 380. So 2 into our length is 7x plus 15. What is our width? Plus width is 5x minus 5 equals to 380. So this one is like one number. There is 2 outside here. So put this 2 over 1, 380 over 1. Then multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 2. So you multiply this side by a half times 2. Reciprocal of 2 over 1 is 1 over 2 into 7x plus 15 plus 5x minus 5 equals to 380 times a half. So 2 cancels 2. So you remain with 7x plus 15 plus 5x minus 5 equals to 380 times half, 2 here ones, 2 here ones, 9, 0 equals to 190. We want to find the value of x, then we find the distance, then we find the area. So collect like terms, 7x plus 5x, then 15 minus 5 is 10 equals to 190. 7x plus 5x is 12x. Plus 10 crosses the other side becomes minus 10. So becomes 190 minus 10. So 12x equals to 190 minus 10 is 180. Divide by 12, divide by 12. 12 cancels 12. 2 here, 6. 2 here, 90. 2 here, 3. 2 here, 45. 3 here, 1s. 3 here, 15. Therefore, x equals to 15. So where there is x, you substitute 15. So this becomes 5 into, where there is x, you write 15 minus 5. 5 times 15 is 75 minus 5 becomes 70. So this side is 70 meters. What about up here? Is 7 plus times 15, x is 15 plus 15. 7 times 15 is 105. You just do 15 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 carry 3. Carry 3. 5 times 1, no, 7 times 1 is 7 plus 3 is 10. So it becomes 105 plus 15 is 120 meters. So class, we have 120 and 70. So I want you to be keen here. We have our rectangle. This side is 120 meters. This side is 70 meters. So they are telling us to find the area of this rectangle in R's. So area of a rectangle is given by length times width. Our length is 120 meters times our width is 70 meters. What do we get? So this is 120 times 70. So you can do your calculation here. 120 times 70. It's just the same as 12 times 7, then you add the 2 zeros. 2 times 7 is 14, 4 carry 1. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Then add the 2 zeros. So this is 8,400 meters squared. But remember, the question wants the area in R's. Therefore, 100 meters squared is equal to 1 R. What about 8,400 meter squared? Will be equal to 8,400 times 1 divided by 100. That cancels. You get 84 R's. 84 R's. This is in mathematics, but in Greek, R's is the Greek word for the god of war. So we are not at war, we are finding solutions. This R is in mathematics, but there's also R's called the Greek god of war. Next question is question 13. We are remaining with very few ones to finish. Question number 13. What is the size of angle? Please, 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 class. Very, very important. Angle properties. QRP. So this is 5R minus 10 degrees. Then this is 7R plus 10 degrees. And this is 6R degrees. So you are told what is the size of angle. Size of angle. This one mathematically angle is written as angle PQR. So they want angle PQR. So number one, what do you know about angle properties of a triangle? In a triangle, the total angles equals to 180 degrees. In a triangle, the total angles equals to 180 degrees. Therefore, this angle, which is 7R plus 10, plus this angle, which is 5R minus 10, plus this angle, which is 6R. This angle is equals to 180 degrees. Collect the like terms. 7R plus 5R plus 6R. Then plus 10 minus 10 equals to 180. 7R plus 5R is 12R. 12R plus 6R is 18R. 10 minus 10 is 0. So this equals to 180 degrees. Divide both sides by 18. Divide both sides by 18. 18 cancels 18. Therefore, R equals to 18 goes here once, 18 goes here 10 times. So R is 10. So where there is R, you replace 10 or you substitute by 10. So this comes to 5R. Therefore, it is 5 times R. 5 times 10 minus 10. So 5 times 10 is 50. Minus 10 is 40. Therefore, this angle is equal to 40 degrees. Then come here. 6R. 6 times 10 is 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. You write inside here. This angle is 60 degrees. And this angle is 40 degrees. What about this angle? Is 7 times 10 is 80. No, sorry. 7 times 10 is 70. Plus 10 is 80. So this angle is 80 degrees. So let's see if these angles are adding up to 180 degrees. 80 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 40 degrees. This comes to 180 degrees. Therefore, we are right. So the question wants, what is the size of angle PQR? Angle PQR. Angle PQR. Therefore, they just want this angle. You've asked angle PQR. So just look at where Q is, which is 80 degrees. So this is equal to 80 degrees. This is our answer. The question can also ask you, what is the size of angle QRP? QRP. So they want this angle, where R is. So where is R? 60 degrees. The question can also ask angle QPR. Angle QPR. This angle, which is equal to 40 degrees. So our question, our answer is 80 degrees. This is what we want. Question number 14. Question number 14. Find the value of angle P. So this is angle P. But this is angle 9y plus 10 degrees. That angle. Then this angle is 11y. So class, these examiners will just try to play around with your mind. But these are very simple things, very easy things. So the question wants angle P. But what do we know about this triangle? You've been given a triangle. where two sides are equal. So this triangle is called an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle, two sides are equal or the base angles are equal. If this is the triangle, these are the bases. This is a base. This is the base of the triangle. So the base, if this is the base of the triangle, then these two angles are equal. So if these two angles are equal and we have y here and we have y here, what do? We just equate this y to be equal to this y. Therefore, 11y equals to 9y plus 10. Collect like terms. Y goes on the 9y goes on the other side, becomes 11y minus 9y equals to 10. Therefore, 11y minus 9y is 2y equals to 10. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Y equals to 5. 2 here once, 2 here, 5. So if y is 5, where there is y, substitute 5. So 11y means 11 times 5 is 55 degrees. So 11 into 5 is 55 degrees. Then come here. 9y, y is 5 plus 10. 9 times 5, 45. Plus 10, 55 degrees. So this angle is 55 degrees. This angle is also 55 degrees. This is 55 degrees. They want P. What do we know about angle properties of a triangle? The total sum, the total angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle P plus angle 55 degrees plus angle 55 degrees equals to 180 degrees. Collect like terms. Angle P plus 55 is 110 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So angle P degrees equals to 180. 110 goes on the other side, collect like terms, becomes minus 110. Therefore, angle P equals to 180 minus 110 is 70 degrees. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Question number 15. Few more, just 4 more. So hold on, please. Now we are going to volume stroke capacity, but application. A square-based tank. Read the question full, the whole question. A square-based tank holds 2 million liters of water when full. If it has a height of 20 meters, what is the length of the tank? A square-based tank. So first of all, draw a square. So this is a square-based tank. So this is the base. It is square. What do you know about a square? These sides are all equal. Therefore, you are told that the height of this tank, the height is from here to up here, is 20 meters. And you are told that this tank, this is the tank, if this side is 20, this side is also 20. So you are told that this tank has water, all this is filled with water, and the volume of this water or the capacity of this water is 2 million liters. 2 million liters of water. Then you are told what is the length of the tank. What is the length of the tank? The height is 20 meters. First of all, write the normal formula of a volume of the tank. Volume of a tank is given by the height times length times width. Height times length times width. But in our case, our height is there times length times our width is also equal to our length because it is square. All sides are equal. So if this side is L, this side is L. But what is our height? Our height is 20 meters times length times length. Length times length is length squared. But equals to what? Equals to, we have 2 million liters. But remember, we have our height in meters. So we have meters and liters. So you must convert liters into meters. Convert liters into meters. So how do we convert? We say 1,000 liters. Next here is, this is our volume. So you say 1,000 liters equals to 1 cubic meter. Therefore, 2 million liters will be equal to how many cubic meters? 2 million times 1 divided by 1,000. Those cancels. You get 2,000 cubic meters. This is our volume. So you just come and replace it here. Our volume here is 20 height times length squared times length times width times length times width. Our length and our width are equal. Therefore, it is length squared or width squared equals to 2,000. Divide both sides by 20. Divide both sides by 20. 20 cancels 20. So length squared equals to 2 here, 1, 0 and 0 cancels. 2 here once, 2 into 200, 100 times. So you remain with length squared is equal to 100. So length, you get the square root of 100. In getting a square root of 100, you use what we call prime factorization. Prime factorization to get the square root of 100. So how do we apply prime factorization? Write 100 there. Then 2 goes into 100 50 times. 2 goes, take the least prime factor, which is 2. 2 into 100, 50 times. Then again take 2. 2 into 50, 25 times. Can 2 go here? No, it will go but with a remainder. 3 with a remainder, 4 with a remainder. Therefore, we go to 5. 5 goes into 25, 5 times. Then again 5. 5 goes into 5 once. Therefore, you have 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. So you group them. When you group them, you have 2 times 2. Just pick only one value of 2. Times 5, pick one value of 5. So the square root is 10. So L equals to the square root of 100, which is 10. So what does the question want? What is the length of the tank? It is 10 meters. This is the length, 10 meters. Remember, we were told it is a square-based tank. So those are the, and then you change liters into meters cubic. Question number 16. An earth dam with a length of 20 meters and a width of 15 meters holds 6,000 liters of water when half full. An earth dam with a length of 20 meters and a width of 15 meters holds 6 million liters of water when half full, half full, half full. That is the key word. Calculate the depth of the tank in meters. So we have a tank, length, width. So they want the depth, which is the height. So if this is our tank, if this is our tank, the length is 20 meters, the width is 15 meters. But when it is half full, remember, I want you to see something here. Up to there, it is half full, which means that this length is proceeding halfway. So up to here, This is 20, this is 15 meters, 20 meters, but it is half full with 6 million. This is 6 million. 6 million liters. So the question wants, what is the depth? What is the depth, the total height? So from here to here is a small d. So we want the volume of this. So if it is half full, then it is 6 million liters. First of all, change liters into meters. So you say 1,000 liters equals to 1 cubic meter. Therefore, 6 million liters will be equal to 6 million times 1 divided by 1,000. 1,000 cancels 1,000. You remain with 6,000 meters cubic. Sorry, cubic meters. Therefore, what is the volume of this? Volume is given by depth times length times width, or height. Height or depth. So our depth times our length is 20 times our width is 15 equals to 6,000 cubic meters. So 20 times 15 is 300. Depth equals to 6,000. Divide both sides by 300, this side by 300. So 300 cancels 300. D equals to 0 and 0, 0 and 0. Then 3 here once, 3 here, 20. D is 20. But remember, it is 20 when it is half full. So it is 20 when it is a half full. Or a half full is 20. What about if it is one full? One full means whole. It's 1 times 20 divided by a half, which is equal to 20 divided by a half is 20 times 2, which is equal to 4. Remember, it is not 20 divided by 2. It is 20 divided by a half. So when you change the sign to times, you change the reciprocal. You get the reciprocal of a half of 1 over 2, which is 2 over 1. So the total depth of this tank is 40 meters. So don't calculate and leave it at 20, because the question asks calculate the depth of the tank in meters. This small d is half full. Half full, which is 20 meters. If it is completely up to the highest level, total height is that 20 times 2, which is 40. 3 more questions. Question number 17. Question number 17 deals with circumference. So hold on, hang on, we are almost finishing. During a tire race, first of all, read the whole question. Read the whole question. During a tire race, a tire with a diameter of 168 centimeters was to be rolled. If it made 77.5 revolutions from the starting point to the finish line, how long was the racing distance in meters? During a tire race, a tire with a diameter, if this is a tire, this is the diameter. Diameter is 168 centimeters. If this tire rolls 1, so which means that the circumference of the tire is given by pi d. So the circumference is 1 revolution. This circumference equals to 1 revolution. So how do we get circumference of this tire? Is pi d. Pi is 22 over 7 times d is diameter, which is 168. 7 here once. Okay, 22 over 7 times 168. 7 here once by cancellation, 7 here, 2, which is 14 remainder, 2 into 28, 4 times. You get 24 by 24 times 22. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 2 times 2, 4. Then you add them. 8 plus 0, 8. 4 plus 8, 12, carry 1. 4 plus 1, 5. So the circumference equals to 528 centimeters. This circumference, one revolution, when it revolves once, it's called a one complete revolution, gives us the circumference, which is 528 centimeters. So what does the question want? We are told that if it made 77.5 revolutions from the starting point to the finish line, how long was the racing distance in meters? In meters, again, this is centimeters. So our final answer will convert into meters. So it made 77.5 revolutions. If one revolution equals to 528 centimeters, what about, therefore, 77.5 revolutions will be how many centimeters? It will be 77.5 times 528 divided by 1 revolution. So 77.5, you convert this into improper fraction. 77.5 is the same as 77 times 2 plus 1. 77 times 2 plus 1. 77 times 2 is 154, plus 1 is 155 over 2. So here we have 155 over 2 times 528. 2 goes here once by cancellation, 2 goes here 2 times, which is 4 remainder 1 into 12, 6 times, into 4, into 8, 4 times. Therefore, we have 264 times 155. 5 times 4, 20. 0 carry 2. 5 times 6, 30. Plus 2, 32. 2 carry 3. 5 times 2, 10. Plus 3, 13. We finished with the first 5. Go to the second 5. 5 times 4, 20. 0 carry 2. 5 times 6, 30. Plus 2, 32. 2 carry 3. 5 times 2, 10. Plus 3, 13. Then we go to 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. Then you add them. 0, 0, 2 plus 0, 2. 2 plus, no, 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 6, 10. 0 carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. So the distance is 40,920 in centimeters covered. But we know that 100 centimeters equals to 1 meter because they want the answer in meters. Therefore, 40,920 centimeters will be equal to 40,920 times 1 divided by 100. 0 and 0 cancels. Then 10, you just put a decimal point there. So it becomes 409.2 meters. 4,090 divided by 10 is 409.2 in meters. 2 more questions. Question number 18. You need to pay very close attention here. Pay attention. Question number 18. Remember to read the whole question. The figure below is a right angle prism. Right angle triangular prism. Right angle triangular prism. What is the volume of the prism? So draw the prism. So this is right angled prism. So this is A, B, C, D, E. So from A to D is 10 meters, C to D is 8 meters, D to E is 20 meters, and B to E, that's what you are given. So you are told to find the volume of the prism. So volume of a prism is given by area of the cross section times the common length. Class, volume of a prism, the formula, volume of a prism is given by area of a cross section times the common length. So in this prism, identify what is the cross section, and then you get its area. How do you identify a cross section? A cross section is the section that when you divide this figure will still retain that cross section. If you divide this into different parts, if you are doing biology, you'll start doing biology in high school, in secondary school. If we are doing biology and we were dealing with cells, you will deal with something called mitosis. Mitosis is when the cell is divided into different equal parts. So when you divide this into different equal parts, then there's a likelihood, if you drop this and you drop this down and you drop this, you will see that this triangle is what is making it easy to be divided into different sections. But this angle, you've been told, it is a right-angled triangle. Right-angled triangle. Therefore, our cross-section is this triangle. So draw the triangle. Draw the triangle. This is this triangle. It's right-angled. This is A. This is D. This is C. From A to D is 10. From C to D is 8. They're in meters. So this is, if you extend it, this is what we get. We get this prism. We get this. So area, the volume of a prism is area of a cross section. But area of a cross section is area of a right angled triangle. But area of a right angled triangle is given by area of a right angled triangle is given by a half times base times height. A half times base times height. So we don't have this height, but we have the hypotenuse, which is 10. So if the hypotenuse is 10, then the base is 8. What is height? So we get hypotenuse squared equals to height squared plus base squared. Our hypotenuse is 10. So therefore it is 10 squared equals to height we are not given. That's what we are looking for to calculate the area. Plus base squared is 8 squared. Therefore 10 squared equals to height squared plus 8 squared. So 10 squared is 10 times 10, which is 100, equals to height squared plus 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is 64. Collect like terms. You bring 64 on the other side, becomes 100 minus 64 equals to height squared. Therefore, height squared equals to 100 minus 64 is 36. So height equals to the square root of 36. Again, by prime factorization, you come here. Square root of 36 is the same as 36. Start with the smallest factor. Prime factor is 2. 2 into 36, 18 times. Again 2. 2 into 18, 9 times. We go to 3. 3 into 9, 3 times. We go to 3. 3 into 3, once. Therefore, we'll have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So because 2 and 2 are the same, you just take the common number, which is 2, times common number here, which is 3, is 6. So our height, square root of 36, is 6. So come and replace here 6. Therefore, what is the area of this triangle? Because now volume of a prism is area of cross section. Our cross section is this. So what is the area of the cross section? So area of cross section equals to a half times base, which is 8, times height, which is 6. So area of the cross section, 2 here once, 2 here 4. 4 times 6 is 24. But remember, we want the volume. Therefore, volume of prism equals to area of the cross section, which is 24, times the common length, area of cross section times common length. The common length here is 20 meters. So the volume becomes 24 times 20 is 480 meters cubic meters, sorry. So do they want it in anything? They just want what is the volume of the prism. So it's 480 cubic meters. If they wanted it in any other form like centimeters, cubic centimeters, you can convert. So that is proper. The last question. Question number 19. So also be attentive here. Very, very attentive, because these are where you can lose easy marks. A walkway measures 30 meters long. If flowers were planted on both sides of the walkway at intervals of 2 meters, how many flowers are required in total? So a walkway measures 30 meters. So just draw a walkway. The total distance here is 30 meters long. If flowers were planted on both sides, so which means there are 2 walkways. So they are this side, this is also 30 meters. So the 2 sides, flowers were planted on both sides. Well, if flowers were planted on both sides of the walkway at intervals of 2 meters, so if you plant the first flower here, after 2 meters, you plant another flower. After 2 meters, another flower. After 2 meters, another flower, all the way until you finish. Okay? But when you finish, you will plant a flower. You will plant a flower. You begin with a flower, you close with a flower. So be very careful. Remember, it is a walkway. Therefore, it is an open field. If it is walkway, it is an open field. So when you plant flowers, the walkway is 30 meters, but you plant flowers at intervals of 2 meters. Therefore, number of flowers planted equals to 30 meters divided by interval of 2, which is 15. But remember, it is an open field. So when you are planting at intervals of 2, 2, you will plant the last flower. You have to plant to close it. Therefore, you add 1 here. So number of flowers planted in an open field equals to 15 plus 1 flowers, which are 16 flowers. So 16 flowers were planted on one side and 16 flowers were planted on the other side. So what does the question want? The question is saying how many flowers are required in total. Therefore, it will be 16 plus 16, which is 32 flowers. Class, be very careful here. If you are given an open field, remember to add one flower at the end. Open field, because you are planting at intervals of 2 meters and eventually you will plant the one last flower. For open field, add one flower to close it. For closed field, our answer is 32 flowers. The question can also come that these flowers were planted in a closed is like this, field. So if you started planting a flower here, you start with one flower. You plant flowers at intervals of 2, 2. But the total, if you are given as 30 meters, total distance, then flowers are planted at intervals of 2, 2. 2, 2. Remember, when you reach here, you will not plant an extra flower because you started with that point. So you will not plant an extra flower. So in a closed field, to get number of flowers will be equal to distance, which is 30 meters, divided by intervals of 2, which is 15. 15 flowers. But in an open field, this is open field. Remember to divide the distance by the interval, which is 2, then add one flower, which is 16. So either this or this may come. So class, we are coming to the end of our lesson, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for your concentration until we meet next time. I'll proceed this way until our children get proper education. And I told you that I'm the only person who's giving both free primary education and secondary education. And we'll also start giving free university education. Thank you very much. God bless you, and I wish you all the best. But remember, practice makes perfect. Every day before you sleep, if you want to pass mathematics, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So practice at least for 30 minutes every day. And remember the 6 P's. The 6 P's. Proper, prior, preparation, prevents poor performance. Six P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Thank you very much. God bless you. Until we meet next time. Asanteni.